Good morning. We, we, we meet this morning in the shadow of an event that should chill all of us who value democracy, free speech, and the right to disagree with fear. Earlier today, last night, Charlie Kirk, the conservative activist, the founder of Turning Point USA, was shot while addressing students at Utah Valley University. He's now died of his injuries. The facts are stark. A single shot was fired from a building about 200 yards away. Kirk was struck in the neck as he sat beneath a tent. At the centre of campus, his security rushed him to hospital, but the wound was fatal. Police confirmed that a suspect has been taken into custody and the campus was immediately closed. Students were ordered to evacuate. The FBI and the ATF agents are on the scene. What makes this all the more shocking is the setting. This wasn't a battlefield, nor the fraught front lines of war, but a university courtyard, a place that ought to symbolise open debate, learning and the exchange of ideas. Instead, it's become the site of a political assassination. Charlie Kirk was, without doubt, a polarising figure. A staunch ally of Donald Trump, he built Turning Point into a powerhouse of conservative activism. He thrived on controversy, priding himself on prove me wrong debates, and drew both adoration and outrage in equal measure. But whatever one thinks of his politics, he didn't deserve to be silenced by a bullet. No one does. The reaction has been immediate and cross-party. President Trump urged prayers. Vice President J.D. Vance called Kirk a genuinely good guy and a young father, while Democratic governors such as Gavin Newsom and Josh Shapiro condemned the shooting in the strongest possible terms. Utah's own governor, Spencer Cox, promised accountability and called for unity against violence. And from the White House Situation Room to the Utah campus police, the machinery of state has turned to both grief and justice. We need to take this beyond partisanship. If we normalize political assassination, democracy dies. Today, it's a conservative speaker. Tomorrow, it could be a progressive, a religious leader, or an academic. Once words are replaced by gunfire, once persuasion is supplanted by force, the republic itself of America, the democracy around the world, the validity of basic political discussion is in peril. There's also the university's role to consider. Charlie Kirk's presence had provoked petitions with thousands of students calling for his exclusion, many people talking about him being promoting misogynist views and so on. Many labelled his event part of a campus martyr tour. But universities must hold firm to the principle that ideas, even unpopular ones, are answered with argument, not violence. And this assassination will cast a long shadow over academic freedom and campus politics. History reminds us that the dangers when political violence occurs, those dangers are that violence becomes acceptable, from Julius Caesar's stabbing in Rome, which launched the Civil War, to the murders of Martin Luther King and John F. Kennedy in modern America. Assassinations do not solve conflicts. They deepen them, leaving wounds in the civic fabric that take generations to heal. So what now? We mourn a life taken. We acknowledge the pain of his family, his children, his wife, and the grief of his moment, and the movement that he spawned will be is leaderless. But above all, we need to reaffirm a principle that politics is fought with words, ballots and debate, not with rifles fired from 200 yards away. As Utah Valley University itself said, no matter what his views, no one deserves this. And in that statement lies a universal truth.